Number triangle, remake. Hi everybody, this is Sam with Python Basics, and in today's video, you might be able to see by the title, we are going to be remaking a video. It was actually a comment request, and I went back and rewatched this video, and it is it deserves some remake. So I really like this exercise, and I'll go ahead and just kind of jump into it and explain why. But this is going to be a nested for loop. So you have to really think through what you're doing here. So let's see. First, we see that we have some numbers in ascending order, 1 through 10. So in our experience, we know that for I, and we need a range function because we know we get numbers. Then print I. So if you are finding us for the very first time, this is what we do. We do micro videos, one video upon another, or answering comments, or going back and re-explaining something that may not be 100% understood. So now, when I use the range function and I print out I get them in this ascending order. It prints out each time. So there's several things here we need to dissect. So the print function, we need to make sure that we understand what is happening in the print function. This right here is a key component with how we're going to control this information. So end, and I don't know how familiar you may be, that is the new line. That is what a new line looks like when you tell Python. So when I print this right here, I get, if you look right close, so when I print again, just a blank, because we're going to utilize this, aha. So let's go ahead and print, let's print just an M and see what we get. So I get print M, then my blank line. This is what happens with print. So there has to be a way. So I'm getting 1, 2, 3, all the way through 10. So how in the world am I able to do this? Well, there is a technique to suppress. So as we saw with end, it defaults to a new line. Well, if I do for I in range 10, print I, comma, end, then I'm going to change this to a space. Now watch what happens. Now I get all my sequence of my range function all on one line, just like so. Now, what we did here is we need to start at 1. So we need to really, so as I come through, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 by 10. Okay, so let's begin to dissect this. For I in range, because we're doing something 10 times, so we know it's 10. That's where we start. We start something happening, and then we adjust it. So when I run this, all right. So the first thing is it starts at 1. So how do we control this? So I do that with my start, stop, and step. Okay, partially. So I have 1 through 9. Wait a minute. Ending is exclusive. So inclusive, exclusive. Run. Okay. I have partial. So I have this, but now I need this to be also a 1, but then this 2 pushed all the way out. So let's really think about this. So if we were to break this down, this is a row, right? And this is a column. So as I go down, this is my column. So this is a column. And it's going to be starting at 1. So now, this is where, because we're doing something 10 times, and as we're going through, we're doing it once, then we're doing something twice. Well, wait a minute. Then we're doing something 3 times. Well, wait a minute. If we look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so as I'm increasing, I'm doing something in another variation. So if I go for I in range, so now I need, would it be 10? Let's just start. And I need to bring this down. So what happens when I do this? Okay, wait a second. All right. Wait a minute. I need to include my end. And I'm just going to have a space. So I could do this. Let's show you over here. For I in range 10. And this is important. So I, comma, end. And I can literally make this blank. A blank space. And they're right on top of each other. And then I can add back the space. And I get my space right there because it is a character. So now let's run this and see what happens. Wait a second. But we're getting close. So here I'm going now. So since we have this suppression, we have an issue right here where it's continually linking all of these. So this little trick, each time I get done with this one right here, I want you to start back over. So I default. This is how you break this sequence. All right, let's go and run this now. Aha. Now, same dilemma. So let's go 1 to 11. Now, let's pause for a second. Okay, so here we are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I basically need to get rid of this, this, oh, that 4. But all right, so let's kind of pause here for a second. I know this is a very lengthy video. This is a great exercise because order of operations and how to think through this problem. Whatever you end up doing related to any sort of programming, any sort of data analysis, it's nothing but problem solving. How am I going to get this to be repeatable? I love this exercise for beginners because it is exactly that. How? Because you're going to get requested tons. The one project I'm working on right now, it's I want this, I want a piece of this, I want a part of this. And it took me a minute, but again, countless hours of problem solving has, now I'm just visualizing it now, it's this. Everybody wants to know what to do. It's become an excellent problem solver. So, all right, let's look. I know I just wanted to make sure we talked about this. That's why this video is so very important. So, all right. Now, right now it's just repeatable. So this needs to be a little dynamic. So let's see. So when I'm here, it's 1. When it's here, it's 2. When it's here, it's 3. Wait a second. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute. Aren't I going through here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's literally this. So this is also row because we saw last time when we did this, this is how we control a row. So this is, we're going to change this to row. So we need to change this to row. So our first outer loop is a column. Our nested loop is the row. So now that we have all our variables named what they should be. Now let's do this dynamically. First time through, this is 1. Wait a second. So let's see what happens. We're close. Now why am I close but not all the way? What did we do right here? And this is how we make this completely dynamic. We did have this 10, but because right here, if we look, I have a blank. So this is really like 0 or back over here out of sight. So I need to go +1 because this is exclusive. Inclusive, that's our start. Our stop is exclusive because our first time through, this is 1. First time through, this is 1. So 1 to 1, it can't happen. So now that I'm making this 2, so this is 1 to 2 exclusive, I get out 1. Then the next time through, this is 2. This becomes 1 to 3, which is our 1, 2. So now let's run this. Boom. Clean and simple to handle a very complicated task of a dynamic nature. That's why I love this challenge so very, very, very much. So thank you very much for asking this question. And I went back and looked at this video, and I wonder how many more of these I need to redo. I had no idea the formatting on this video was so poor. I had forgotten, or I blocked it out. I really couldn't tell you. But thank you so much for the video request. This is exactly the things that I am referring. So somebody else probably had this question, but thank you so much for asking. So please, 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 if you've not jumped down below into the Discord server, please do that. We are having great conversations over there, helping out countless individuals. And if you have any video requests that you just want to drop down below, please do that as well. But most important, thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hey guys, thanks for joining us today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. And if you haven't, check out this video right here or this one right down here. And most important, make sure you're hitting this subscribe button and the notification bell. Thanks again for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. Bye guys.